I mean, that, man, the damn paper say less. Working at the dinner table say less. Then see, that mess that baby. So, the three just for the birds, they less. Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, tap the screen. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, tap the screen. Now, I was just sitting here thinking about all these. I tell you this, these young motherfuckers in the streets ain't nothing but some motherfucking young cowards, man. It don't take no motherfucking stone cold killer to kill no motherfucker with a gun in your hand, man. And these motherfuckers be over here, they be debating and talking shit, talking about, oh, you talking that shit, you would. Man, look here, motherfucker. If you do the crime, you should do the time. That's why I keep telling y'all about that little wood ass motherfucker, man. Dude ain't no motherfucking real deal hitter, man. Anybody hit out in the streets when they got a motherfucking gun in their hand, man. Dude was scared to go hit that motherfucking pub because they were gonna make him touch that rod, man. They know Lil wouldn't sit out here run around these streets, but he know that his motherfucking days are coming. He know they coming. He ain't no motherfucking fool. Sometimes the police will let a fool run around in the streets until somebody knock their ass off, man. Until they knock them off, they will literally let the same motherfucker run around these streets and terrorize, and motherfuckers think that they beating cases when they really just letting them build up to some other motherfucker knock they noodle loose. That's what they do, man. I seen so many motherfuckers that run around in the streets and gun motherfuckers down, rob, steal, and kill, and get in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. Them white folks just wait for somebody to knock them off. That's all they doing. They just wait for somebody to knock them off. And when it come to motherfuckers like, because most of these young motherfuckers in the street, 13, 14 years old, don't even know how to drive a fucking car, but they know how to shoot a motherfucking gun, man. They know how to shoot a motherfucking gun, and then you got all these motherfuckers in the world talking about, well, we need to do better for the youth, and we need to, man, fuck the youth. It's time to cancel out this generation and start on the next, man. Because this motherfucking generation, you got motherfucking school teachers and school leaders already banding together saying that they're not going to teach these young motherfuckers come next year, man. They not going to teach them. And I don't blame them, because who wants to be in a classroom full of unruly, disrespectful motherfuckers, man? And you seen these same motherfuckers that sit in your classroom get caught on the news in high-speed chases and getting caught with guns and shooting folks, and now they want you to set this motherfucker in front of your class, and you can't even discipline this motherfucker. You don't know if he got the goddamn hammer in his pocket right now. You don't even know it. You don't know what the fuck going on. And I keep telling motherfuckers say, well, how you feel about your kids? If my kids out here in the motherfucking streets doing shit and a motherfucker put them in the bag, I ain't gonna do nothing but just go and bury them. That's all I can do. I can't do no more than that. I'm not going to be mad at the next motherfucker because somebody defended themselves against my child, against a threat towards them. That's what a lot of people don't understand about my motherfucking stories, man. My stories that I take from the news and I illustrate it in the best way I can to show people in the world that the world is fucked up, and a lot of people try to hide it. The news ain't gonna tell you every motherfucking thing, man. They not going to tell you everything. They going to try to sugarcoat certain situations. And a lot of times, I don't just go by what the news say. I do my own motherfucking investigation, man. Meaning I do all the researches on these stories. Some of these stories ain't even hit your local news. They just hit newspapers. And I read these motherfucking stories and I tell y'all about them, man. Because people out here, it was a woman in fucking California, walked up on people that was moving their stuff, didn't even know these people, and pulled out a samurai sword and started stabbing them folks, man. So motherfuckers got to keep their head on a swivel and always keep that motherfucking hammer with them to keep a person from putting them in a bag, man. I love you too, bro. Because people out here, you got so many young motherfuckers out here running around with ski masks on, and they don't know no better, man. When the pandemic came, the pandemic didn't do nothing but open the floodgates for criminal activity and motherfuckers to be able to cover their face. But I tell a motherfucker this, I don't give a fuck who you is. You come near me with a ski mask on, I'm going to put you in a bag, man. I'm going to take you as a motherfucking threat. I don't give a fuck who you is. You could be an 8-year-old little boy with a ski mask on. You walking towards me, I'm putting you in a bag, man. You can't take no motherfucking chance of no motherfucker putting you in a bag. That be the problem with motherfuckers. Motherfuckers be so quick to say, oh, that motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't what it look like. Shit, I tell you this. If a motherfucker trying to walk around and put you in a bag, yeah, 8 years old, man. You gotta realize that there's stories that I tell where it's fucking juveniles, 10 years old, 11 years old, out here fucking carjacking people, man. They shoot motherfuckers at 8 and 10 years old. It ain't like when I was growing up, a motherfucker couldn't even go into, your parents wouldn't even let you go outside and play in the streets because they knew it was dangerous, man. If you was 8, 9, 10 years old, you wasn't out at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You wasn't out 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But it don't got to the point where these motherfucking so-called adults, parents, they not no better than the motherfucking kids, man. They ain't taught their kids shit because then their parents didn't teach them shit. So they just don't gave up. That's all the fuck it is, man, because you see too much motherfucking gang violence, shootings, and all this bullshit around the motherfucking world, man. It ain't just in no certain part. It's in every fucking state 24/7, 7 days a week. It's every fucking day, man. So if a motherfucker ain't out here D'ing up and making sure that you and yours is safe, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Every day I step out my motherfucking house, I intend to come back home to my motherfucking family at any means consequent. In any means. You know what I mean? So if your child out here, 8 to 18 years old, get in my motherfucking way, I'm going to put him in a bag, man. And I ain't going to lose no motherfucking sleep about it. I ain't going to lose none. Motherfuckers walk around here and you got these parents that be on these, they be on the news after their son or child or daughter got put in a bag for doing something stupid, stealing or doing something retarded to another motherfucker, and somebody put them in a bag, then they want to holler out, why couldn't he just have done this? Why couldn't he done that? Look, motherfucker, if you teach your children not to be out here climbing through motherfucker windows or jumping through motherfuckers' car doors, motherfuckers won't put them in a bag. But I encourage a motherfucker to put any and every motherfucker in a bag, man. If they is a threat to you and yours, put them in a bag, man. Why the fuck would you want a motherfucker and get a chance to come back out? They go to court and the court system let the motherfucker free again. Now they got your motherfucking address. Now they coming to get you for real. Because there ain't no motherfucking consequences, man. If ain't no consequence to what they did to you the first motherfucking time, what make you think that same little motherfucker ain't gonna come try you again? You see it every day on the motherfucking news where motherfuckers burglarize the same motherfucking house multiple times. And then the homeowners sit there and wait for the motherfuckers one more time to climb through his window and blow their motherfucking head off. As he should. As he fucking should, man. Any motherfucker that's out here, I don't give a fuck how old you is. If you if you's a motherfucking toddler and you carrying around a motherfucking hammer in your motherfucking pamper and you was a threat to the world, you going in a bag, man. That's why a lot of motherfuckers become victims. Motherfuckers need to stop becoming the victim and turn the motherfucker into the motherfucking predator. You got to, man. You got to turn the tables on these young motherfuckers, man. If one of them young motherfuckers come near you and you gon' get it out the way, you ain't got to worry about it no more. You ain't got to worry about it at all. You know what I mean? Why the fuck you gonna give them a chance? Most motherfuckers sit around and they wait for a motherfucker to walk up on them and they thinking to themselves, I know this person ain't finna do what I think they finna do. And then when they up that hammer on them and take everything in their pocket, I shoot them or something, then they looking like a goddamn fool. Don't be the motherfucking fool, man. Be the motherfucker that's sitting there and knowing where you at. You in the motherfucking world where it's chaos and motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you, man. A lot of these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about their own family members, man. They out here killing their own brothers and sisters, literally. Literally. So if a motherfucker would take the life of a motherfucker that gave them life, your life don't give a fuck. Your life ain't shit to that little young motherfucker, man. That little young motherfucker don't know nothing but shoot him up, bang, bang, and they think they serial killers till a motherfucker put them in that box. Because I seen a billion of them young motherfuckers come to the penitentiary when I was in the penitentiary, man. And a lot of them motherfuckers that probably been so-called headbutts on the street came in the penitentiary and were putting Kool-Aid on their face like trying to join some motherfucking clique, man. Real shit. Because them niggas were hoes. You know what I mean? Them niggas were straight hoes and cowards, man. That's a lot of these young motherfuckers. That's why them young motherfuckers out here swing that pistol and quick to pull that pistol on you when you want to hit them in the mouth is because they don't know how to fight. A lot of them motherfuckers don't know how to lose a fight, don't know how to start a fight, don't know how to be part of a fight. They don't know how to do them to start gunfights, man. That's how the fuck them motherfuckers do it, just gunfights. You know what I mean? But I tell you this, if your child ain't at home and they 10 years old at 9 o'clock at night, then they need to put your ass in jail. They need to put you in jail. If your 10, 11-year, 12-year-old child out here in the motherfucking streets, breaking in folk cars, stealing motherfuckers, carjacking motherfuckers, and the police catch them, come knock on your motherfucking door and take you to jail. They need to take you to jail. What the fuck is this motherfucker doing?
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, that just, man, I don't know, man. What the fuck y'all think? Do y'all think that a motherfucker that I'm too harsh, that I ain't thinking rationally when I tell a motherfucker to put these young motherfuckers in a bag? I'm telling you, man, California, and then them motherfuckers in Memphis, they a special kind of breed. Them motherfuckers down there, they do some shit to motherfuckers like, you got that motherfucking chicken lady, the church's chicken woman. That motherfucker went lost her motherfucking mind. And y'all didn't know this, man, but the church and chicken, Monica Williams out of Memphis, man. The motherfucker with the blue hair that knocked the motherfucker church's chicken lady off about a week ago. Now, that motherfucker doesn't need to be put on death row, man, because she's a threat to the motherfucking society, man. That motherfucker stabbed a pregnant woman like 2 years ago. But they come back to say ain't no consequence in the judicial system, man. They hoping somebody knock her ass off when they let her loose, man. For real. Monica Williams, one of them motherfuckers in Memphis, man, that them Memphis motherfuckers, they don't do nothing but rob, steal, kill, and rape, man. Them motherfuckers don't go get no money. You don't hear about no big drug busters in their city. You don't hear about nothing that's big in their city, money-wise. They finna close every motherfucking store in Memphis, grocery stores, Chicago. They gonna close all these motherfucking stores, and people can't be mad at these people for shutting their stores down when you got these young motherfuckers running in these stores and just taking what the fuck they want. If it was my motherfucking store, as soon as a group of them motherfuckers get in that bitch, I'd lock the door and start zipping up bags, man. I trick them young motherfuckers up in my store and lock that motherfucker down and spray that motherfucker down like I'm trying to get rid of some roaches, man. Real shit. That'll teach some young motherfuckers about trying to stick their hands on something that don't belong to them, man. Motherfuckers start giving these young motherfuckers real hard consequences, putting them in the bag, they don't get a second chance. You know what I mean? You see a motherfucker breaking in your goddamn car, breaking in your motherfucking house, robbing your motherfucking grandmama, then you lose all goddamn it, you lose all hope in a man and in the justice system, man. Then you start realizing that you missed your opportunity and chance to put that motherfucker in a bag and stop him from doing other shit to other people, because a lot of people don't understand this, man. A lot of these young motherfuckers are repeat offenders. Because the only thing that they have to do is go down to the juvenile after they done committed a crime, and the people call them, tell the motherfucker come pick them up. If a motherfucker call me and tell me my son at the juvenile or my daughter at juvenile and they just shot somebody or carjacked somebody and I got to come get them, I'm going to tell them they lost their goddamn mind. I'm going to tell the police, I'm going to hang up on them folks and tell them that ain't my problem no more. You ain't going to call me and tell me my child out here being a problem to the world and killing folks and harming people, and you think I'm going to be a part of that and bring that motherfucker to my house. Man, what's going on, brother? Yeah. On here letting these people know, on here letting these people in the world know that these young motherfuckers don't lost their motherfucking mind. And if you don't put them in a bag, they gonna put you in one. Because they don't got no goddamn consequences, man. And, you know, because if a parent really love their child, bro, if they really love their motherfucking child, when them police call them and tell them they child, goddamn it, just carjacked the old lady or snatched somebody's purse, they leave their ass in jail, man. Back in the days, if a motherfucker police called a motherfucker mama and told them that you done some fucked up shit to a motherfucker, they leave your ass in juvenile or jail, man. What no motherfucker coming down there to make your motherfucking bond so you can come out here and terrorize somebody else? That don't make no sense, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. If a motherfucker ain't walking around this world and thinking to themselves that somebody trying to do something to them, something wrong with you. Because you don't got to do nothing to no motherfucker in this world no more for them to try to take your car, take your baby, take your goodies between your legs, ladies. You don't got to do nothing no more, man. These motherfuckers out here are so twisted in the mind and so fucked up that they do shit that don't even really find them to a person with any kind of morals, man. You can't, some of the shit that some of these people do, you can't even understand why. I seen a motherfucking story I posted on my other page where a motherfucker literally walked up to a woman and her boyfriend pushing a 3-month-old baby in a stroller, man. That motherfucker literally started popping at the baby stroller, man. Yeah. Shit, they better not call. If your kids go to jail, they better not call. Shit. Motherfucker want to holler out where all the guns and shit coming at in the neighborhood. Y'all motherfuckers not be watching the news where these young motherfuckers take stolen cars and run them into gun stores and steal all the guns out of them. It ain't always a motherfucking conspiracy theory where some white man dropped off a truckload of guns and them young motherfuckers just got them. Them young motherfuckers out here stealing them, man. That is stealing them, breaking in cars. And I tell you what, man, if you leave your hammer in your car, you didn't have no intention of using that motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna never, I think people are reckless when they leave their guns in their car. That show you that they really would just got a gun just to have one. Because if you got a motherfucking hammer in your possession, you supposed to have that motherfucker in your possession 24/7 to make sure that you don't end up in a bag, man. You feel me? So if you leave your hammer in the car and some young motherfucker break in your car and steal that hammer and kill 2-3 motherfuckers, you should be blamed for that, man. You should be blamed. You can't be reckless with your firearms in this world, man. You know what I mean? I think they need to pull that motherfucking ban up about the COVID ban, about the masks, because the masks getting a lot of motherfuckers robbed and killed, man. They are. But I keep telling you, if a motherfucker walk up on you and they got a mask on, don't second guess what they might finna do when they get closer to you, man. Don't second guess it. Just pull that hammer out and start popping them young motherfuckers, man. Put them in a bag and then let the news people sort this shit out. Let the police sort it out. I'm pretty sure one of them motherfuckers you put in that bag gonna have 3, 4 warrants out of some motherfucker worth of carjacking some old lady or some old man, some goddamn where. You know what I mean? Stand your ground, man. Start standing your ground with these young motherfuckers, man. These young motherfuckers like that act like they the motherfucking dad of the world. They act like they the only motherfucker got a hammer in the world. Man, fuck them young motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if they came out of my nutsack. If they do something wrong, their ass need to be punished, man. Severely punished. Motherfuckers talking about, they finna start putting kids on death row. Shit. They should have been putting kids on death row. If a motherfucker at any age take a human life, you out here robbing, stealing, and killing, and you on did it multiple times, then you need to be punished like a fucking adult, man. You an adult. Just by age don't, they always said age ain't nothing but a number, man. So if you act like you 40 years old and pull that motherfucking hammer out and take somebody's life, they need to put your ass in a bag, man. Ain't no motherfucking mo of saying, oh, poor little Jimmy and poor little Tina. Ain't no more of that, man. Poor little Jimmy and poor little Tina shouldn't have been out here robbing and stealing from motherfuckers, and they wouldn't be sitting in that motherfucking box waiting for somebody to pull that switch on their ass, man. I waiting to lay on that gurney where somebody put that needle in their arm and put their ass there for that forever sleep, man. You know what I mean? You got to think about the motherfuckers that they don't harm, the people that they don't done shit to, man. What about the motherfucking victim? Fuck the young motherfucker. Fuck him. He shouldn't have been doing what the fuck he was doing. The victim should have turned on him and put him in a bag. Then they wouldn't even have to worry about putting him on death row if you put him in a bag for what he tried to do to you. I say fuck them young motherfuckers in the world. Them young motherfuckers out here, they run around out here raping and robbing and running in stores and stealing folks shit, and they call them takeovers, where they run in a motherfucking convenience store and just take everything in that motherfucker. They better be glad it ain't my motherfucking convenience store, because I'll be waiting on them motherfuckers. I'll get me 2, 3 motherfuckers, and as soon as them motherfuckers get in that store, I'll lock the door, and I'll spray that motherfucker up like I got Raid Roach. Real shit. That'll teach them motherfuckers. When a motherfucker start putting them young motherfuckers in the bag when they out here breaking in your cars, then, you know what I mean, I'm one of them type motherfuckers that I'll leave my car door unlocked and sit there and wait for a young motherfucker to come climb through the window, and as soon as he get that motherfucker ignition started, I'll pop his ass. You feel me? That's what you do. You trick them motherfuckers into putting themselves in a motherfucking bag, man. Cause they ain't gonna do it. Back in the day, motherfucker used to take a old TV box, a 60-inch TV box, and put that motherfucker on the curve of the street to bait a motherfucker to come break in your house. You know what I mean? You go out there and put the TV stand. You put all the motherfucking boxes out there to make a motherfucker think that you got all this new shit. And when them young motherfuckers come back breaking your house, you pull all the cars out the driveway and make them think you gone out of motherfucking town, and you wait till them motherfuckers climb through that window and you start executing them motherfuckers one by one. That'll teach them. That'll teach them motherfuckers about playing. Motherfuckers need to start tricking these young motherfuckers to jumping in the bag on their own. It ain't hard. It ain't hard to trick them stupid motherfuckers. Because these young motherfuckers don't want to work. They don't want to go to work. They don't want to earn no honest money, man. They don't want to do them a rob, stealing, killing, breaking folks' cars and shit, man. So what I tell you to do is, you start setting up them motherfucking traps for them young motherfuckers. You know a young motherfucker breaking their cars in your neighborhood, man, you go rent a motherfucking Lamborghini and park that motherfucker in your driveway. And soon they start that motherfucker go kaboom! For real, man. I'm telling you, Like they do with them bait cars. You know when they say bait car? Man, I go buy a couple of cars and bait them motherfucking young motherfuckers in. As soon as they start, that motherfucker be like Tony Soprano around this motherfucker. Be like Tony Soprano. You eliminate these motherfuckers by letting them eliminate themselves. What the court gonna say? That motherfucker got in my car and started up and it went kaboom? What was he doing in my car? What was that motherfucker doing in my car? You know what I mean? That's what I keep telling motherfuckers. If your child run around out in these motherfucking streets 8 to 18 years old and they doing bullshit to motherfuckers, prepare to put them motherfuckers in the ground, man. Because they going to run across the right motherfucker and the right motherfucker going to put them in a bag and ain't going to give a fuck about the parent, man. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucker telling me they hate me for knocking their child off when their child was breaking in my car. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucker protesting against me, talking about I was wrong for putting little Timmy in a bag because he was 10 years old. Little Timmy was trying to break in my goddamn house. Little Timmy mom and daddy should have taught him better, man. You know what I mean? I'm one of them motherfuckers that I invite that type shit, man. I encourage a motherfucker to put them motherfuckers in a bag, man. These young motherfuckers can't even be buried. Then motherfuckers, mamas and daddies be online begging for motherfucking money, talking about GoFundMe. I wish I would give a piece of shit ass motherfucker a dime of my motherfucking money to bury another piece of shit ass motherfucker. Better throw that motherfucker in the dumpster and get that shit over with. Fuck that motherfucker. If you out here terrorizing in the motherfucking streets and a motherfucker put you in a bag, I wish I would. Yeah, I know it's nice language. It's my motherfucking page. You know what I mean? I don't encourage no motherfucker to ever in life to be a motherfucking victim. Don't never be a motherfucking victim, man. You know what I mean? I know I sound very educated. You on my motherfucking page. I ain't on yours. Let me go in and block you and get it out the way. Yeah, man. I ain't gotta worry about that. See, a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna want to hear the truth, so they want to tell you how you fucking sound. I sound the way the fuck I want to sound, man. It's my motherfucking page. If you don't like what the fuck I'm talking about, why the fuck you even strolling on my page? A lot of people hate me because I talk the way I talk and I tell the truth about the situation, man. I ain't sugarcoating that shit, man. I've been there, done that shit, man. You know what I mean? I was blessed in life not to spend the rest of my life in prison. You know what I mean? But if I put a motherfucker in a bag, yeah! Check my story out. You think I ain't never put a motherfucker in a bag? I don't give a fuck about being banned from TikTok, sucker. You blocked too. Fuck you and TikTok. Motherfuckers, I want to tell you what you want to be banned from. Yeah. I hate them motherfuckers, man. Motherfuckers always on your page want to try to tell you how to fucking talk on your page. Man, fuck you. Get on off my motherfucking page. I'm blocking the motherfucker, man. That's the simple way to deal with motherfuckers on this internet shit, man. You don't get them a motherfucking chance to get you caught up in your content, meaning you put up a post and they say some bullshit on it, and then you talk funky to them punk motherfuckers, and then guess what they do? They flag you. Man, fuck them. You don't give them a chance, man. See, a lot of motherfuckers, they don't want to hear the truth. They want to listen to some motherfucker like Charleston White, a motherfucker that ain't never had a goddamn thing in his life till he was 50 years old, was standing on the corner smoking crack. How the fuck can you listen to a motherfucker like that, man? They won't listen to a motherfucker like Lil Woody, a motherfucker that wasn't shit as a rapper. His biggest fame in life now is he told on the motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's what these young coward-ass motherfuckers out in the streets do. Them motherfuckers ain't trying to go to the penitentiary, man, because they know if they go to the penitentiary, somebody gonna make them they gal, man. They gonna make them young motherfuckers they gal. These young motherfuckers out here walking around out here with tennis skirts and tight-ass clothes and shit on, shooting motherfuckers and, you know what I mean, killing folks 24/7, 7 days a week, and then when they go to jail, motherfucker wanna holler out, I wanna make a deal. Fuck you, man. You want to go in the back door and make a deal and tell on a friend when you was out in these streets. But the reason they go in there and make that motherfucking deal because they don't want to hit that motherfucking pod, man. They knowing in that pod ain't nothing but hands and feet, and they ain't got none of that type of shit going on, man. They don't got none of that shit going on. That's why these young cowards out here quick to pull that motherfucking pistol on the motherfucker instead of fighting. You know what I mean? In penitentiary, it's hand-to-hand combat. Jail is hand-to-hand. I don't give a fuck what gang you in. If a motherfucker, I don't seen a motherfucker whoop 3-4 motherfuckers in the same gang. Shit. This shit don't mean a motherfucking thing. These young motherfuckers better wake up and realize that a motherfucker out here to put them in a bag. I ain't gonna let them put me in one. You know what I mean? Fuck that, what they talking about. You be a goddamn fool to sit back and let one of them motherfuckers creep up on you and put you in a bag. Shit. It's all the motherfucking parents out there that kids run up and down this motherfucking streets. Yeah. And for all these motherfucking parents that letting their kids 8 years old, 10 years old out here, goddamn it, out here fucking letting their kids run the streets, you motherfuckers need to be put in the penitentiary. They need to put you pitiful motherfuckers in jail, man. What type of motherfucking parent gonna let a motherfucker run around your child at 8, 9, 10 years old out here breaking in folks' house, man? Fuck that. I keep telling you, bait them young motherfuckers in and knock them off. If you knock them off, you might have saved somebody else's grandmama a whole lot of trouble, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these motherfuckers still cause and end up killing somebody eventually, man. Because ain't no consequences. So the only way that you gonna help somebody, help your fellow man and put one of them young motherfuckers in a bag, man. Put him in a bag. I'm telling you, I'll be one of them motherfuckers, man. I'm Mr. Put him in a bag, for real, for real. You know what I mean? I tell a motherfucker quick, man. I'll be one of them motherfuckers standing there with the news people going like that. Yeah, I put that motherfucker in a bag. And they shouldn't have never, ever let little Timmy run the streets. Because little Timmy was, I seen that motherfucker. I watched him. They going to say, well, why didn't you stop him? Because it wasn't my job to stop little Timmy from breaking in my motherfucking car. My job is to make sure when little Timmy get out in that motherfucker that he don't do it again. And it's one thing about it, if little Timmy climb up in my motherfucking car, my motherfucking house, little Timmy ass ain't going back home no more. He going home, all right. He going to see Jesus. Jesus Christ. I don't give a fuck if little Timmy didn't believe in God. I'm going to make him believe in something fucking with me. Real shit. Give a fuck who they talking about, man. You know what I mean? The police don't gave up out here, man. They don't gave the fuck up. And you can't be mad at the police because the police ain't arresting a lot of these motherfuckers. They scared of these young motherfuckers too. They need to start popping them young motherfuckers, putting them in a bag. But then you have all these motherfuckers in the world talking about, oh, the police pop little Timmy. Little Timmy just robbed somebody's grandmama around the goddamn corner, man. If little Timmy just robbed somebody's grandma around the corner and the police chased little Timmy down here and little Timmy jumped out with that hammer in his pocket, that motherfucking police supposed to flip little Timmy. He supposed to make little Timmy turn a motherfucking front flip or a back flip. Because I would have. Let me come outside, I'll be somewhere, and I see some motherfucking young motherfucker doing something to somebody, man. A woman or a child. I'm going to flip him. I'm going to make him feel like he on a goddamn trampoline turning flips, man. I'm going to flip his motherfucking ass and they ain't going to talk about it no more, man. I'm telling you. That's the problem. These motherfuckers, it ain't going to be no consequences if you in the right, man. And believe this or not, these young motherfuckers out here are already, man, on these folks' radars for carjacking and robbery. So when you see little Timmy or little Becky walking up to your car, let them go and get in that motherfucker, man. Let them go and break the window. Let them go and climb through the motherfucker. Let them put the key boards, let them put that thing in an ignition. And as soon as they do, you walk up on that motherfucker and you spray that motherfucker up like that motherfucker getting a car wash. You got insurance. It's going to pay for it. And then they going to go bury little Timmy, and little Timmy ain't going to do that no more. Because little Timmy ain't going to be here no more. Start eliminating them little young motherfuckers, man. You gotta. It's time to. It's time to say fuck the generation that's here now. The generation that's 8 to 18 now, they fucked up, man. You can help who you help, but you can't help a motherfucker that's gone, man. Some motherfuckers are just born pure evil, man. Real shit. Didn't no motherfucker do nothing to them. Didn't no motherfucker tell them nothing. They just pure fucking evil, man. That's all the fuck it is. They just evil. You feel me? And people don't want to understand that the world is a place that motherfuckers don't understand that if you don't put a motherfucker in a bag, they gonna put you in one, man. If you don't put a motherfucker in a bag, they gonna zip your ass up in one. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather be judged by 12 than cared by 6 motherfuckers that I probably didn't even like any goddamn way. For real. You know what I mean? But yeah, I go live on my main page, Hood Reporter, at 7 o'clock tonight. Tap in, man. Tap in, man. I go hard and hard. I'm going to be turned the fuck up, and I'm going to have a special guest, and we're going to talk about this motherfucking pandemic. And the pandemic I'm talking about is these young motherfuckers out of control, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And when you hear that, man, you know it's going to be some stupid shit behind it, man.